Hello everyone and welcome to the European Piano Technique Mastery course for beginners. In this video we will be joining C major scale with both hands for the first time. So before doing this video, please study the previous video where we talked about how to do C major for the first time with separate hands. That's the necessary step to complete before going into this video. So we will be starting on the middle C in right hand and left hand octave lower. So when we will be going up, just remember we will be doing it by notes, but remember what fingers, where the fingers will change and what fingers to use on the next keys. So in right hand, once we'll go to F, it will go to first finger again. So it will be 1, 2, 3, then 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1. So in right it will be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. We will just focus on the first octave for the start. In left it will be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then 3 on A, and then 2 on B and 1 on C at the end. So just pre-practice few times, separate hands only one octave like that. And then stop on 1 on the C octave higher there, and in left hand same will be first. That way. So then we'll be joining it both hands with two notes only, C and D. So we go together. Play a few times until you start to feel how the fingers they go together on C and D. Left will be 5, 4, right 1, 2. And then we do first three notes, C, D, E. Then, when right will go to F, it will go with the first finger on F. So. Then on G, right will go to second. Then on A, left will go to third. So remember, all the fingers go in a row unless they change in the next position. So left will go 3 after G on first finger, left will go finger 3 on A, so and then next one. So left will be 2 on B, right 4 on B there. And then we finish with the thumb. And then left on C, they're both thumbs on C, so that will be first octave. Play it like this, you can play much slower until you can play it together with correct fingering. Remember, left hand 3 on A, right hand 1 on F on the way up. Then we will start second octave from the thumbs on C again, and then we'll go left 1, 4. Just it's like a turning point there. So left 1, 4, right 1, 2, and we'll do second octave same way. Then C, D, E. Then next note on F, right will go to 1. Then to G. Then left goes 3 on A there for the next one. Then on B, left goes on 2, right on 4. And finish with the fifth on the C in right and left 1 on C. And then relax your hands a bit. Then after doing all those positions in the first octave and the second octave, you can try and join them both together continuously, 2 octaves together. So try it very slow first and remember those fingers, it should be always correct. Then you stop on the top part, on the top C, then practice it a few times until you can go fluent from lower C to the higher C without getting mixed up, in the fingering. So just remember, in left always start with 5 on C, then 3 goes on A after you've done all the 5 fingers, and 4 on D, then 3 on A. It's like you're mapping out those notes. In right hand, 1 on C and 1 on F there, then 1 on C, 1 on F. Please go through the previous video where we spoke about positions. That's the necessary step to practice before going into this one, so you're familiar with positions. So now we're going to go down as well. So from the top we start on C and B. So we will build up by notes the same way as we did from the bottom part. So C and B first, then C, B, A. Then when we're going to play G in left hand, we have to use thumb there. So 1 on G in left, right continues all the fingers. Then left goes 2 on F. Then right will go 3 on E for the next one. Then right goes 2 on D after. And then finish with thumbs on C. Practice from this C, doing just the second octave by position, same way. So after first on C, right should go fourth on the B. So 1, 4 on right, left 1, 2. Then C, B, A, same. Then left will go 1 on G on the next note. Left 2 on F. Then right will go to 3 on E. We're coming down to E now. Then right 2 on D, left 4 on D there. Finish 5 on C in left and 1 on C in right. You can do it much slower. Literally you can start really slow like that with all the positions. Just make sure the fingers go together. Always make sure you lift fingers a little bit and feel how they take the key with the tip. So not just like push the finger into the key, but you feel like your tip always touches the key, like it wants to like take it and kind of wants to slide through the key, but it doesn't slide, just takes it actively with the tip like that. So that kind of touch. So tip is always active, always touch the keys with the soft parts of the finger there under the nails. That's very important to get that, you know, like really quick and responsive fingers later on, so they'll just, you know, use the tips and they'll just fly very quickly, because people, when they don't use the tips, that's very unstable and makes it very insecure, and the fingers can slide off the keys very easily. It doesn't feel like you actually, you know, like holding on to the keys, and doesn't feel that secure when you play, especially faster later on. So always make sure the fingers like grabbing those keys with the tips, like they want to pick them. So it comes kind of from the flicks action that we discussed in the previous videos as well, but you don't have to move them under, just feel that the tips are actively taking the keys, and then after taking the key, like pressing the key, you immediately relax all the, you know, tension in the fingers. So you took the key, then relax immediately. By the time you played the key, immediately let go of all the tension. So next, after we've done it by octaves going down, we will be going down with both octaves from the top slowly. So you have to learn it continuously, going all the way back. And do it a couple of times. This one, remember, always right hand, 3 on E and 4 on B on the way back. So 3 on E, 4 on B. Just map it out, learn it very firmly in your mind. Just imagine that 3 on E, 4 on B. Lots of people always, not always, but very often miss the fingers on the different positions. They would play 4 on E or 3 on B, and then it becomes all over the place, so it's not very good. So in left hand, 1 on C and 1 on G all the time. So remember that when you're going through the whole 2 octaves at first. So left on First one on G there, then right 3 on E, then both ones there, then right 4 on B, then left 1 on G there, then right 3 on E, and go all the way through. Then relax your hands. So that was all the way down. Then we will be joining it both ways. So after doing it by positions, by octaves, by one notes, then you join all the way up with 2 octaves and all the way down with 2 octaves as well. Then we will be doing up and down continuously, slowly with 2 octaves. Remember, in all those fingering, it should be going without any mistakes, without any stops. And again, you can go much slower. You can stop by on the positions a little bit, like you adjust the fingers are correct. It's okay to do that at first like that. Then you know the fingers are there. And keep playing this until you are, familiar with the scale, until you feel it's comfortable for you to play up and down without mistakes. And remember, always think about right fingers. Do it, the way we did through the whole video. Just from the note by octaves, then all the way up and down, then all the way up and down with both hands. And just do it very slowly every day, maybe until you feel more familiar. At first you can do a few times on each position, but later on, once you get good, you can skip those position work, like those positions like we did by notes, and then you can just do all the way up and down. Later we'll be doing it with metronome as well, but for now, this is the very first step to join the scale. Sometimes, people feel difficult to connect the fingers. That's why it's very good to break it down by just each single, like beat of scale, so you know each position, how it works and where the fingers go. So do this every day and you'll see your C major scale will improve. And don't forget to do the previous video before this, because that's the first fundamental one and this one is the second one. And in the next one we will be talking about how to do C major with the metronome as well, and maybe also how to do terms in it, how to improve the quality of it to make it even better. Okay, that will be all for this video. I will see you in the next one. Hope your technique gets better every day.